Hey everybody, welcome back. Mage with me, Sid, on the Mage server, and we are back, and we are in full-on tree mode. But first, I need to go and recharge my potion flask, because I'm at I've recharged it a little bit, and I've used 5 or 6 applications just building this tree. So I've got the trunk sorted. Or the trunk structure sorted, I should say, because I'll not waste that one. Well, thought I had 4 left. Thought I only did 2. Odd. Anyway. Oh, I've still got some left over from last time I logged in as well. 10 minutes worth. Cool. So we're going to start today's episode with a tree, and then we're going to move on to a little bit of magic, because I need to, as the tree builds, then we need to obviously get it protected from lightning strikes and fire and unpleasantness. So this is what we've got. The tree is growing outwards steadily every 10 or 15 blocks, and you can see there's a kind of a shape starting to emerge. So what we need to do is kind of roughen this up a little bit and make it a little bit less cylindrical and more organic. A lot of the wood, all the wood had been taken from the middle as we went down, so a lot of this has actually been what we took out from the middle here. And at the moment I've left that in, but I've replaced this with this Egyptian chisel stone, because obviously once that's done, there's no point looking into this, because it's just going to be a great big empty wooden thing. So to make this look more organic, how do we start? Well, usually what I would do is I might take, say, this one up a couple, and then we'll take this one down 3, maybe this one down a couple, get the old wood, just fill those in, and then what I tend to do is do the sides first. So we'll pop that off. Oops. Pop a little light source there, stick one there, give me that, and that one can stay there, but this one can go down too. And it's just a process of trimming and filling in, and you do this on each level. So I will pop down and get any logs that drop later. Not that it's the end of the world if I lose them. They are, after all, only logs. But yeah, without the flight spell, this would be virtually impossible. Now, the top level here, it's fairly straightforward. Now these ones here, we need to, what we're looking to do is kind of get a kind of curve going on like that. So, whoops, not like that, and maybe take this down to here, and this one to there, and then we can just again fill in the gaps like that. So you kind of get in this kind of uneven structure, and then you repeat and repeat and repeat going down. So I'm going to get a little bit of that done, and I will be right back with you. Okay, right, now I've done down this so far this bit's been easy, because you just kind of got this gentle slope, but now we're hitting some weird stuff going on with the old shape here. So I just wanted to go through a little bit of my kind of thought process here. So, and I know it seems like I'm building things up to tear things down, but in just personal experience here, this is the easiest way to do it. Otherwise you're just asking for trouble. So what I would normally do here is I'm kind of ripping out, getting a curve shape, and then you're filling back in all the way down. Let me just get this thing going on here. Now here I've missed something, so that would be, let me have a look, you go like that, you go like that, and down like that. This obviously comes all the way down, and this, I think I know what I've chopped out. I'm just trying to think how I want it to go. If I do there and there, and then bob, and just blast those out. And obviously again, this is a lot easier using the magic in this game. If you were doing this flying with a normal pick, then it would be a bit of a pain. So you can see well, you could see if the cloud wasn't in the way, you can see the structure is getting more untidy. And that's what we're looking for, because trees don't grow tidily I mean, this is still too tidy. These obviously, they don't grow in perfect columns like this, and so on and so forth. So I've got that to do. I'll have the similar kind of problem down at these two levels here, and then I'll be getting into the roots. So I'll get on with those, and I will be back with you when we're into root making mode. Right, we've done the roughing up all the way down. There's a few places I kind of looked at and thinking, oh, is that looking right? But on the whole, I'm happy with that. I've just had to have another dose of flight potion that ran out. So onto the roots. Now, what I would tend to do here is start bringing these structures, this kind of roundness, out a little bit. So maybe there, maybe there. Oops, and don't miss with your dig spell. And take those out, and then we can kind of come and just bring this all the way down. I'm not worried about wasting wood on the solidity of these, because wood's one of those things, it is replaceable, easily replaceable. So you can kind of get that kind of feel for what's going on here. Now the other thing I would also suggest is, when you're doing this, is first off, clear your area. No, first off, what you don't want to do is have sorry, I was just lost in the moment then. You don't want to have a root that just comes straight out like that. So what you probably could do, what's a useful trick to look at, is kind of go, well, we'll bring it out here, and then we'll wiggle it that way a bit that way a bit, and then we'll come, so the root will probably stick out. I'd like to bring it right up to the edge actually, because what I'd like to do maybe is trail that root over the edge a little bit. And then, you know, you're going to kind of get this going on. Maybe not there. Maybe, oh, well, maybe, actually no. Maybe something like that. And again, I'm collecting everything just to save me having to go and farm the timber later. But you can, what we got down here, is that, I think that is jungle wood. Yeah, no use to me whatsoever. Right now anyway. Helps if you can reach what you're trying to place your wood. Where you're trying to place your wood. That could be mistaken the wrong way. And the other thing is, what you're going to want to do is maybe flesh out around here as well as you go, but we'll do that after the fact. We'll bring that down quite suddenly. Oops. Now, don't seem to have a huge amount of spawns in this area. Watch me get attacked now. So I'm not too worried about working at night. But by getting these structures in and by doing the other two sides, obviously I can't do the side with a tower because there's a tower there. Kind of, you know, goes without saying really. There won't be a route like this on the tower side. Oops. Stop it. Damn automatic replacement. There won't be a route like this on the tower side. And then you might find that you maybe want to slow down this slope and sometimes even not have a slope, just bring it out one straight. But at this point you notice we zigged, and I zigged and I should have zagged. So we can take you out there, we can place you there, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, and we can bring this out like so. And then carry on bringing it and zigging it over until it gets down to this point where you would possibly even start bringing them out that way, and then maybe drooping it down over the edge. So it kind of goes down like that, and again take that out. I actually think they look better if they just kind of have the gaps rather than not, if you know what I mean there. Anyway, I'm going to just finish off this, get the other two sides done, and I will be right back with you. Okay, I think we are about done on the roots on this side. So the thing to remember with roots and trees in general is they don't grow to order. They are unruly. The roots continue at ground level. If you ever walk through a deciduous forest anywhere in the world, you know, a well-established one, you'll be walking along, you'll be tripping over little roots that are running through the ground. You've got these large roots coming out, supporting out like this. You've got little roots coming out. I mean, this is probably a vast oversimplification, to be honest. This root will trail down a little bit down over there. Still got to work over this corner. I'm down to my last half stack of oak. And then here, what we've done is we've trailed the root over and round, so it kind of is trailing down into the cliff face here. Now at the top here, one of the things we can do, because obviously this side is looking a little teeny weeny bit bare, so what we can do, if we do this properly, is we can, oops, oh damn, I'll get there eventually. We can just kind of trail some of these over the edge. So let's just try that. The fact we can rotate logs is a great bonus, but the implementation of how we rotate them is not always as good as we would like, or certainly I would like anyway. And similarly, we can, you know, we can bring some out of here, so it kind of trails across here like that, and then, oops, we'll hit it eventually. And I'll say I've not got, unfortunately, got enough wood to actually do this, but we can bring this out, so again it trails over the edge, and just bring it so it runs down quite a way, I think, just so it's, you know, just looking like it's overgrown and grown in. We could probably split that a little bit as well, and if I had more oak, I've probably got some in the farm actually, but we'll get there eventually. And then we can bring that so it comes over the edge there. Now if I just quickly go down and grab some leaves, because I have been harvesting leaves a little bit as well. And we're not doing the leaves today, but I just want to do this bit on the roof just to give you an idea of what to expect. We can get... This is where it all starts. Hey, bloody cabinets. This is where it all starts to fall into place. And what I personally find is until you get some bush on it and maybe some vines, if you know you're that way inclined. I mean, that looks okay. And here's Alex. If you're that way inclined, then what you can do, you'll start maybe around here. Just trail these leaves. Don't be afraid to go mad with them, because at the end of the day... Oh, have I broken a block? I need some cobblestone. Cobble, give me some cobble. Any old stone will do. Oh no, hang on, it needs to be smooth stone, so let's feather touch it. There we go, that'll sort us. I must have missed at some point and zapped that. Yeah, I'll fix that, there we go. Yeah, don't be afraid to go mad with the bush. You can always break the bush off afterwards. After all, it's cheap, it's renewable, and it's cheap. And again, you know, just run it down so you get that kind of this going on. Maybe run it over the edge here. So you get that going on down there, and again repeat up here, and just get the old... What you're looking for is overgrown kitsch, and I am going to need hundreds and hundreds of leaves to do this properly, but this will do us. Yeah, again, you can leave some of the bark bare, or if you've got a light source in there, they can actually be quite handy, because you can hide them in the bush there. And then repeat and do, oops. Repeat and do a little bit inside. Maybe take it over the edge of there. Down. Just splash it in, go mad with it, enjoy yourself. That's what life's for, you know. And then you start to get a bit of character appearing on the old roof there. And I'm out of leaves, so the next thing we're going to have to do once I've got these roots done, I'm going to have to obviously harvest a whole metric crap ton of wood. But the next thing is the branches. Now the branches are interesting because the branches are virtually this, but upside down. You very rarely see a branch that goes straight. You very rarely see a branch that does this. It doesn't happen. What you will see is a branch that, you know, starts off low and then it will kind of probably go further, and then maybe over there will actually be higher up. So it kind of curves. And we're going to try and make sure, and it very rarely sticks out straight as well, so we're going to have to try and get this kind of affair going on with our branches. So the last thing for me to do, while I have 9 minutes worth of flight on this dose of potion, because I have used another 4, is hit the old F7 key get the old light spell going, and again we'll bush this up as well. This will be all bush, a nice bit of bush. Everybody likes bush. Not sure whether I should have said that. You know what I mean. I feel like Corellis. A little bit of bush. Everybody wants some bush. Everybody loves bush. Or a little bit of bush. So you can zap around and just make sure all the areas you've now covered are spawn free. It just saves you a lot of heartache later when a creeper drops on your head. And obviously we need to check up these, because these are all moved down. And you will find that quite a lot of them have become spawnable areas again. So, a little bit of maintenance work and you're done. Okay, so I'm going to get off. And I'll be back in a moment, not get off finished, to have a little play. There's one. Because we need to get moving on the old wand, because, well, I suppose, I think it was Neil said it earlier, I've built a giant lightning conductor. A giant wooden lightning conductor. And obviously I don't want a giant wooden lightning conductor. What I want is a tree base which we can live in and work in and not worry about coming on and finding it's burnt down. Oh, hello. Didn't know you were there. There you go, you're not anymore. So I'll be back in a moment. We're going to get started getting some research done towards the wands, and specifically the wand focus of warding. So I will see you in a little while. Okay, I'm back, and let's have a look at the old Thaumonomicon. So the research I mentioned that I'd done last time was node preserver, advanced node tapping, master node tapping, which is the these 3 times faster and yada yada. This one basically means that you don't always drain a node, because if you drain a node completely it will basically die, or there's a chance it will die. And over here we have the research expertise and research mastery. Basically now I have a 50% chance that you gain the research port if you remove it, and just bear with me a sec. Sorry about that, people yakking outside. It may be able to hear them, I don't know. And there's a 10% when you place an aspect that will not cost anything, so it basically makes the research cheaper. Now on this side I need to get, my first step will be a Great Wood 1 core, which we need to research as per... Oh, what have I got there? Oh, I've already done... Duh. Stick that in there. I'd already set myself running and then I thought I'd record it. Okay. So this one's simple enough. Instrumentum to Precantatio in 3. So I'm going to be using the old cheat sheet because let's do this. I'm recording and it's quicker. It's not too difficult to work out this one, but if we just sit there and say in 3, find the connection. So we're going from Instrumentum to Tellum, which contains Instrumentum and Pedito. And we're going from there to Pedito, which contains Pedito, and then we're going to Vacuous, which contains air and Pedito, and that contains Vacuous. So that shows the link through that way. And then similarly we need to do Precantatio to Arbor in 3. So Arbor goes to Herber, which goes to Granum. Now this is going to be going 4, I can't do it in 3, but we're going to have Granum to Ordo, and Ordo to Potentia. And that links it all up, gives us the Great Wood Wand core. Now the other thing we need, so we've got the Great Wood Wand core, what we want to do is get down here into the Silverwood 1 core. Now I'm not sure why that's not opened up, so let's have a look. So I'm going to go for gold 1 caps, and we will stick you in, and this came Instrumentum to Metallum. Get the old Instrumentum. This cheat sheet makes life so much easier. Instrumentum to Metallum in 3. find me that connection, instrumentum to auto. And again, if you look at instrumentum, that's made of auto and humanus. So the reason we're going with auto is that takes us across. Auto to gellum, which contains aqua and thing. Then we're going back to auto, and that will take us back to metallum. So we're basically just doing a flip-flop between there because we want to go to auto to metallum, then instrumentum to lucrum, and we got whistling boy coming up the stairs. So we got instrumentum to humanus this time, humanus to to lucrum, and then we'll just use fames as a connector between the two, and that gives us gold 1 caps. So that should give us the ability now to make a great wood wand, which is 3 pedito with 2 great wood in an arcane workbench. And we also need auto, ignis and air with gold 1 caps to make 2 of those, and that will allow us to make that. But of course that means we have to go and use our crappy wand. We've got our thermometer, so we're going to have to do this the hard way. Go out, find some nodes, hopefully they're not too far away, get some aspects into this wand, and the world should be a good and happy place. So I'm going to go out and hunt for some nodes, and I'll be right back. Okay, here's one. It is pedito and terra. I can't remember exactly what I needed now, but what we will do, we've got 64 of each. This wand can't drain it, so let me just charge up. And what we will do is we will put a temporary waypoint on, new waypoint node, and I'll have a standard colour for them of white, I think. Done. So that tells me there's a node there, and now we need to go and find more. This has now got 25 of each of those. Not a huge amount, but I'm not going to be using that wand for long anyway, so we just need to get out there and find some nodes. And the biggest danger with this, apart from being caught out at night in the middle of hostile territory, is falling into caves. Sooner you can get the goggles of revealing, the better, really. But again, you're going to need V's to do that in your wand as well. Now the other thing, some of the best places to find nodes, normally in Thorncraft I actually find oceans brilliant because the nodes are dead visible. Obviously you've got a nice flat terrain, but oceans in this have got lacedons in them because we've got lycanites mobs, and they are not friendly. They drag you down to the bottom of the ocean and drown you. So not the best place in the world to go node hunting. However, the other good place, which is easy, there's not too much obstruction between you and the nodes, is deserts, which is why I'm in the desert. Now these places are again hostile at night, but then you get with lycanites mobs everywhere, bloody hostile at night. So yeah, but these you can generally find your nodes fairly easily in the desert area. So I'm going to continue looking. Be back in a mo. Righty-ho, we finally found a bunch of nodes. I've walked virtually all the way to spawn, put it this way. It's taken a while. But my wand, I haven't quite managed to fill it with auto. It was a fairly crappy node. But there should be enough for our purposes here, which is 3.3 pedito. I could make the Mage's robes reduce the cost, but I'm not too worried about that at this stage. Now the other thing we need to do is make our 2 gold 1 caps, and that should be pretty much our gold wand, which has got a limit of 50 on it. This has obviously only got 25, and it costs a lot more. This costs, I think, 100%. And now if we throw you on the floor, let's get that scanned. Important thing to remember, always scan the things you make, because you're going to get more stuff out of it. Now I need to find out and remember what it is that unlocks the research up here, and I honestly can't remember, and that for that matter I need to obviously find that research. Maybe one foci? No, it will be wherever it is. Well, we'll get that done at some point then for the next episode. That's probably saves me walking around into trees and stuff and falling into cliffs. So we'll get that next episode. But for the time being, thank you very much for watching, guys. Next episode, hopefully we'll have some more wood so we can maybe get some branches in and maybe get a little bit of progress towards getting the good ones. Well, at least the good basic Thorncraft wand, the silverwood wand with thaumium wand caps. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.